Start it over again so that we can get it together on this tape. I'm sorry, I apologize. Hakavanot Tikkun Tallit mini pagamim. What are the 4 different kinds of pagamim? So we're reading Mem Tes. It says Gam Tov Ma'od L'Kavin Ba'arba Mini Kavanos V'Yuchudim Sheba'arte B'Drush Akron Shal Tzitzis Shehei Mo'ilin L'Sakin Arba Mini Mitzvos. It can help to make a Tikkun in the 4 different types of mitzvos. In Pagam Ha'adam Behem Ipogam, if a man messed them up. Vehin Tzitzis Tefillin Shemah Tefilah. The El B'Drush Akron B'Drush Tzitzis cause of a Rav. This is what he says. Da ki arbech hakavanot yesh ba'arba mitzvos aramuzos ba'arbecha ba'osius yudke vavke. He said v'tov kul l'kavein b'hem. So it's a good idea to have a kavanah on them. Talmid. Ba'ofen shenivor, in a way that I'm going to explain. He named the pamim. Ha'adam mevatel achas ma'arba mitzvos and his cars b'shogeg u'v'filu b'mezid. He doesn't say Kriya Shema, he forgets. We have different traps of different types where it could be difficult to remember to say Kriya Shema b'zmano. B'shogeg afilu b'mezid. Var ba'asam heim mitzvos asay min ha'torah. B'kasher ha'adam Eze Pam is Batam his Palos that he didn't. Bito mitzvah sasation the ember v'avadatechem b'sashem b'lukechem zu tefilo. V'over mitzvah zu pogem b'hei achrona shel Havayah. It makes a pagam in the final hey of the name Havayah. Now yesterday, I was maybe trying to make more out of it than I could. He was talking about the matching of the 4 letters of the name Yud-K Vav-K with the 4 letters of the name Adni. And how it is that when the Yud-K Vav-K, it sounded to me like it when it falls into the Adni, but I thought that was Lashon Yichud. Din comes onto it. So there must be a little bit more in that idea, the way that I understand it, to try to get the idea of what actually happened over there. But now we're talking about more specific. He says it's another set of 4. Achrona shel Havayah, and it says, "Havavata mitzvah tzitzis pogam be'oz vav shel Havayah, v'havavata b'mitzvah tefillin pogam be'hei rishona shel Havayah, v'havavata kriya shema pogam be'oz yud shel Havayah. Hare arba'asim kaseder shel lamala lamata." So the way they go is that they're in order, kasidram. Milamata Lamala. So we started with the one, the final hay, and we moved all the way up to the Yud. Now the question is that how do they get paired like that? I don't know exactly how the pairing works. If we got the Sak and the Begamim and this Karim, so let's say there was a Begam over there. Let's say it was a Begam today. And tonight we're going to be over here at Kriya Shema L'Lamita. So he says, Arba Yehudim Eluk Nizker, Kol Yichud Kfi HaBegam, each one of them would go according to the Begam Shekenegdo that corresponds to it. He says Kenegdo. V'chem shedavar of Sidach B'Sham Harav as Arba HaYehudim Shenaasa Kadesh. So now he's going to organize here the 4 different Yehudim Kedei L'Saken Arba Begamim Alalu. So this is going to be, he's going to go through this. I guess, I didn't look at this, so we're going to learn it together, I guess. Begam b'chalalu, huva bekam b'shefa kavanas, it's here, because of sheyakavin kol yichud b'mekomo, so every yichud has to be in its proper place. What does that mean? The hainu, as a yichud the tikkun pagam bidl kriya shema, yakavim kodin mitzvahs kriya shema, you have to have that in mind before you get to the mitzvah of kriya shema. As a yichud l'tikkun pagam, in order to make a tikkun in this pagam bidl tefilah of the pagam bidl tefilah. So you have to have that one done first. Is that what he's saying? Let me read again. He says, Yakavin kodem mitzvahs kriya shema as a yichud l'tikkun pagam bidl tefilah. Yakavin kodem kol acham eshloshen tefilos. As a yichud the tikkun pagam bidl mitzvahs atzitzis yikavin b'his atet b'tzitzis. That's something you should have when you're putting the talis on. V'chayichud the tikkun pagam bidl mitzvahs tefillin. When should you have that? Keep yikavin b'eis hanachas tefillin. Should be at the time that you're putting the tefillin on. V'sayim misham bezer loshen, and he concludes like this: Amnam gam be'eshe shekavcha, the time you're lighting down the mitascha. So we talked about that vidui. Now this is in the Rishash Sitter. Maybe it's somewhere else. I do have the regular Sfard Sitter. It's not like that over there. They don't have this. Then you should have an idea of the fact that you missed the Kriya Shema. And then you would have an idea here that kavanah should be on the yichud that was missing in when you didn't say it. V'chein b'shar arba osius, and the same thing with all the rest of the 4 letters. Harish be'ez amiras hayehi ratzon and nizker kan. So at the time of the saying of the yehi ratzon that we're mentioning here, yesh l'kaven gam es yichudim in this karim. We should also have a mention of these yichudim that we're mentioning here. The sakin pagam bitl elo arba mitzvos, in order to make a tikkun in them. Because os yikaven beyichud shekenegdo. Now, like I say, I think maybe we'll work on this a little bit tonight, and maybe we could find a copy of the Rishash Sitter on the Kriya Shema Lamit. I don't know if you have or not. Do you have that?
No.
Okay, because the thing is about the, like if you look at in the, what's the name of this? Rabbi Bing's, Nekudas Akasif Sitter. I mean, there's a lot of arichas there. I mean, it's, big deal. But here he's cutting it down to size, so to speak, at least by putting it in order. Let's see. So let's go like this. Hakdama l'kavanas aliyas hanaran. The Naran represents everything that goes inside of us. Kavanah nosefes sheyesh l'kaven b'kriya shema shalamita. So let's go over this now. He says, Hu l'kaven la'alos as nafsho v'rucha v'nishmasa v'olam la'olam. Ma'asiyah li'yitzira mi'yitzira l'briya m'briya l'tzilus. So he's saying it's not a trip from here to Tzilus. It's a trip from here to Yitzira, from Yitzira to Bria. So this is all part of a Kavanah. V'nakni ma de'isech be'etz chaim zizeh shebeshloshes ha'olomos ha'tzilus Bria and Yitzira. Yesh b'kol echad b'chem shem mab echad. Now we know that there are 3 different mobs. Shem mab ha'tzilus heim arba osis b'shuta de Havayah v'chasara osis amilui. The milui of Alofen. The Kaf Ches Osi is the milui of the Alofen Kazeh, and then he shows it to us. Let's move on. Tzad but if you add them all up, it comes to 42. Shem Mad Debriya, Heim Shnei Shem is Ekia Yaakov. So Ekia is 21, and Yaakov is also 21. That's 20. That's 42. Olam Gematria Mab. V'yesh Nocha B'Shem Mab Nosa Bebriya. There's another name there. The Heim Shnei Shem is Ekia 20, 21, 21. Besod Ekia Sher Ekia. Now it'd be nice to know the difference between the 2 42s there, what they accomplished, but I don't know that right now. Asher Ekia ha'olim gam came begematria Mab V'Shem Mab the Yitzira, V'Shem ben Mab Osius haramas b'rosha tables of the Ana B'Koach, Abgitats, etc. Then the Begadela Alos as Nishmasach of Ma'olim, the Olim Yesh the Kavin Sham Mab Shel Olam Elyon. So now he's telling us there's something else I'm missing. I have to realize that we have to be going through these mobs. Shel Olam Elyon Shel Love, who Olu Ke'ez. Now that's what's going now. The Haino Begadela Alos Nishmasach Ma'asiyah the Yitzira Yesh the Kavin B'Shem Mab the Yitzira. I got it. So I tell you, really, I put the Kriya Shema Lamita for the Rishash on the side because it was too hard for me. Now at least he's enumerating it. So he says so that I can understand what's going on over there. Is that we have to do these mobs. V'kadei la'alos miyitzira the bria v'yesh the kaven b'shem mab the bria. V'kadei la'alos v'bria l'tzilus yesh the kaven shem mab l'tzilus. We say the Kavanas Allahs on Naran L'Atzilus is like this. The Hida Yikavan La'alos as Nafsha Marasiya the Yitzira, so that's that mob that goes with Yitzira the Anapakoach. I was thinking about where are the three yads that he talked about. Yad Chazaka, Yad Rama, and Yad Gadol, I think they are. They also are 14 times 3, but he didn't mention that here. So he says, as Nafsha Marasiya the Yitzira. So he said, V'la'achar mikan yikavin la'alos as Nafsha v'rucha miyitzira alabriya. The shuv yikavin la'alos as Nafsha v'rucha v'nishmas v'briya l'tzilus. So if I have time, Havayah, I'll get a chance to look at that. Maybe I'm not sure about sending you a picture, but I'd like to try. And maybe that will help over there. And we'll get an idea that some of the things that are in that siddur, if I could find a more complete Kriya Shemal on the Mita without all of the drawings. However, the drawings are probably important to understanding too. Okay, anyway, thanks, Rabbi. Thanks for learning with me. Call to.